Hi BookTube, I'm here with my first video for VEDA April 2015. I'm excited to try and do this after the fail that was last year's August VEDA. So stick with me throughout these 30 days, please. My first video is just going to be my wrap up, so what I read in March. I've listened to 2 audiobooks, actually 1.5, one's still ongoing. So I finished Trigger Warnings by Neil Gaiman. It is read by Neil Gaiman himself. I don't recommend driving and listening to Neil Gaiman's voice because it is quite distracting. I missed turns, listened and stayed in my car longer than I should have to listen to the stories that he was telling. So Trigger Warnings is basically a collection of short fiction. It also includes a book that features, a story that features Shadow from American Gods, kind of before American Gods happens. It is really good. It is really good. There's a lot of good stories in there. Pick it up, read the book if you want, or listen to the audiobook. It's really well done. And then I read Station 11. I think I put it back on my shelf so I don't have it. That was an okay book. It's a Canadian author, Emily St. John Mandel. It was an okay book. I kind of had a lot of issues with it, but overall it was a good book. I'll post my review of it down below. And then I read A Monster Calls, which is an amazing book. I got the illustrated version here, which I highly suggest you get because it just adds so much to the story. I think in Canada it's only $2 more to get the illustrated version, but it's definitely not what I thought it would be, and I really enjoyed it. I want to do a discussion video in this month for it. Then I read The King of Wise, Volume 1, Roma Mater. I'm going to do a review once I'm done all 4 volumes, or 4 novels, 2 volumes, 4 novels. But basically this is kind of historical fantasy, I'd say. It takes place in Roman-controlled Britain, and a centurion is sent to this place called, and I know I'm saying it Wise, but it's not pronounced that way. It's pronounced Ease, King of Ease. He gets sent to Ease, and their way of determining their ruler there is to have their new ruler kill the old ruler in a battle, and then he inherits the kingdom and 9 wives. So that's what happens. As you can see, I've got some lipstick marks on there. But yeah, this is really good. It's written by Paul and Karen Anderson. The first book, it was a reread for me. I'm glad I did because there's a lot I didn't remember. And I'm excited to, this month, go on to Galisine, the second book in this volume. Then I read, or am currently reading, East of Eden. I plan on finishing this before the end of this week. It is so beautifully written. I'm taking my time because the language is so well done. And then I listened, or am currently listening to The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. It is read by Ed Dale, who is really good, except there's one, he does like the voices, but there's one character's voice that sounds an awful lot like Richard Harris as Dumbledore, so I kept thinking, I'm like, I keep picturing this guy as Dumbledore, you know, he's not, his totally like not Dumbledore, but oh well. It's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. And again, before the end of this week, so I'm considering it part of my March reading, I'll be reading The Poe Shadow by Matthew Pearl, I think his name is, and it's basically about the death of Edgar Allan Poe. So let me know what you read in the month of March, and remember to keep on reading.